Early last week, the Bears decided to add one more veteran player to that defense, and that was cornerback Tracy Porter. And Nate, Tracy Porter, a lot of people remember him from the big pick six of Peyton Manning in the Super Bowl when he played for the Saints. He has connections to Ryan Pace, John Fox. Before we get to Tracy Porter's first practice at the OTA, what did you make of the signing as it was?
It's a depth signing. We haven't seen, some of the different cornerbacks out here, and they're just trying to find some depth out there. And so a guy they have a little bit of familiarity with, they know his skill set, that's a little less risk than some other guys, I think.
Tracy Porter played for Fox in 2012 in Denver, but as you mentioned, injuries have really been a problem. He played in every game the next season with Oakland, but only 3 games last year with Washington. He was waived in late May. Bears pick him up, and they'll see what they have in him. And you mentioned some of the cornerback injuries. We'll get to that in a second, but you got a chance to talk to Tracy Porter. What was kind of his initial sentiments about being here in Chicago and getting an opportunity with the Bears?
He's very happy to be here, just to have a chance, getting cut early last week. He headed back to New Orleans just to rehab. He had shoulder injury last year. He's dealt with a lot of injuries, as you mentioned, over the years. Just was waiting on that call and got it. And he just said he was really attracted to be here by John Fox especially, and also Ryan Pace. He kind of described John Fox as like an 18-year-old, and you can't get him to change. And he said he likes playing for guys like that, and so he just had an opportunity here to, even on a one-year deal, to come in with some guys he knows and get a chance to kind of prove, that he has tried to rebound from some of those injuries.
And cornerback's a position we haven't discussed very much because Kyle Fuller and Tim Jennings are back. They're the starters. Of course, Charles Peanut Tillman is in Carolina. They signed Alan Ball. We haven't gotten a chance to see much of Alan Ball in the spring practices. And then a lot of youngsters, Demontre Hurst, Al Lewis-Jean. Sheriff McManus has gotten a lot of reps, so he's mainly a special teamer, but he certainly could factor in. Tracy Porter could make this suddenly an interesting position to watch if he's healthy and maybe challenge with Alan Ball and Tim Jennings.
Mm-hmm. Like you mentioned, we haven't gotten to see a lot of Alan Ball yet, but he got a good amount of money, starter-type money, but, at the end of the day, they're going to play the guys who are best, and Tracy Porter has obviously, as you mentioned, been in a lot of situations. The interception on Peyton Manning, he's also known for an interception on Brett Favre. He's been a part of great teams. He's played a lot, and so, if he can show a glimpse of that, you got to think he's got a chance to work in there, but obviously we still have a lot to see on some other guys still.
So when you head to Bourbonnais, Bears fans, and you have your rosters, you already have to try to remember Pernell McPhee, Sam Acho, Jarvis Jenkins, Eddie Goldman, Antrell Roll, and now you can add Tracy Porter to the list, a new Bears corner who could try to factor in as a starter or a nickel down the line. For Nate, I'm Kevin. That'll do it for us here at Halas Hall. For all the best news and analysis of the Chicago Bears, stick right here at ChicagoFootball.com.